Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki here, and today I was changing out my letter size planner portion of my business planner setup, and I thought this would be the perfect time to kind of walk you through and share with you my tips on what I feel like you should have in your business planner setup, and not necessarily what I feel like you should have, but I want to share you kind of my process in case it can be something that is helpful to you. So let's get started. Okay friends, so I'm going to turn the camera around and show you my business planner setup, and I am excited to kind of share with you my tips, and I hope that you will find them helpful. So let's do it. Okay friends, so I want to take you through and share with you my setup for my business planner and business notebook, because these two do work together beautifully to help me just kind of keep it together. It is so much when you're running a business and you have just all these legs everywhere, and you are the the face of the business also. It's a lot to keep up with, right? And so you need a system to just kind of help keep you above water sometimes, right? I do want to mention, you see that I have my I had an injection here. If you see my scar here, well, not scar, it's just kind of like my discoloration. I had a injection to have a scar flattened here, and it flattened beautifully, but it discolored my skin. But my dermatologist said that the color over time will come back, so I just need to be patient. But it is so aggravating to kind of have that discoloration there. But I just want to let you know, in case some of you are like, what happened to you, Nikki? Did not get burned or anything. It was just an injection. So the injection worked beautifully, because I had this little mark here, but I'm just waiting for the color to come back. So let's jump in. So I have my planner, which you all know that is my personal assistant. But then I also have this complimentary notebook. My planner is from Cloth and Paper, and I'll link the products below if I can find them. And then the notebook is actually from, I want to say her name is Organized Money. I believe she's here on YouTube, but she's also has an Etsy store. And I found this last week in her Etsy store, and she shipped so fast. You might remember my previous work notebook was the blue. It was the blue with my logo on it. It was like the denim one, from the Martha Stewart line at Staples. And actually, I will pull it and do in overlay it here so that you can see it. So I went with this black cover just recently because I thought, oh, this coordinates. It looks so good with my planner. Absolutely love it. One of my clients, I was talking with her about it, and she had got one from Notique that was absolutely beautiful. And so I was like, I love that. And so I found this one here from Organized Money, and it was just priced so beautifully. I think it was right at 16, 17 bucks for the cover. So I thought that was really affordable. So I jumped on that, and I absolutely love it. And the cover is just that. It's just the cover. The meat and potatoes of the inside of my notebook is the same. I just changed out the cover. So how do I use these two? One, the planner is my personal assistant. It keeps track of my schedule, it keeps track of my to-do list, and it keeps track of my daily schedule, my to-do list, but then also my appointments. So all of that is kept in here. In the front, you'll see I need to do a little bit of a clean out, so please excuse that. I try to clean out every Monday. It is Monday, but I try to clean out every Monday. Have not done the one for this Monday, by the way. But in the front, I just try to put just kind of like my cards that I grab, some like sticky notes. These I think I got from Cloth and Paper, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I have a little pocket here that I got from Cloth and Paper in one of my orders, and I just keep that for all of that random clutter, such as receipts and things like that I need to hold on to, and then every week just kind of purge it out. So I have my flyer here just has my little dashboard. Also have my little ollie clip here, just helps clamp certain things that I want to keep clamped there. And I am obsessed with my resilience dashboard. I mean, it just inspires me when I see this. I did get it from Cloth and Paper. I think they still sell it. I will definitely link it below if I can find it. But as you can see, my planner is basically a agenda cover, and I'm using the Discbound, and I love it. You will notice that this is actually smaller than my A5. I have the same planner in a ring bound from Cloth and Paper in an A5 size, which is a little bit larger. But for the second business quarter, and actually, to be honest, I carried this my first business quarter, beginning the first business quarter of the year, 2023. But I'm going to be carrying this throughout the year because I absolutely love it. I love the size. It is the HP mini size. I can take it on the go. And it's just very efficient for me. And so what I have in the beginning is I have all of my months broken down. And let me go to a later month so it's blank, so I don't reveal any of my top secret information. But like, it has only, this section here has only my month view calendar. And what I use this for, friends, is this is solely used for plugging in my appointments, things that have a restricted time that I can't change the time on per se. So these are just kind of things that are already scheduled. So I plug in my appointments on the month view. I'll do things like paydays so I can identify paydays, but things that are standard going to happen, like a doctor's appointment, work appointment, meet, that plugs in right here. And that is this front section here. And I do have my transparent with gold tabs here. Absolutely love these. I believe these are Cloth and Paper also. I'm a huge Cloth and Paper fan, so that's there. And then the next section I have here is my schedule. This is where I map out my day. This is where I get up in the mornings. I look at my calendar over here. I see what appointments I have. I plug it in on my schedule. I plug in kind of what appointments I have first. I then shop my to-do list and determine what are those to-do items that I want to get done for the day. If at the end of the day there's something that I need to push to the next day, I will document it right here. I've also started to use this as my kind of meal planning prep section here personally, because I was talking with my wellness coach and we talked about how can I plan out my meals, but in a way that I can see it every day. And my planner is what I'm going to look at every day, so this is the perfect place to put it. And then my top 3 priorities for the day. The next section here, this is where I keep list, and I just keep a running list of to-do items. And I encourage you to keep everything that you have to do, whether it's home, work, life, church, everything in one to-do list. That way it's less that you have to go to or try to find. And that's Bentley and Albert, by the way, that you hear in the background. Bentley, let's not bark for the video. We're trying to talk about some important things here. Thank you. And so keeping your to-do list here is so important. So honestly, the calendar, the schedule, and the to-do list are my core things for a planner. And so if you're trying to figure out where do I start with building a planner, have those 3 things. Have your month of view, have your schedule that has where you can plan out your day, and then have your to-do list. Those are the 3 starting points. Everything else to me in a planner is an amenity. So I have a section where I can work out projects, and I have a section where I can put my budget and finances, and then goals and ideas, a section for that. These are all just amenities, the nice extras to have. But to really function and to make sure that I can kind of keep some sanity in my work life, having those 3 things are what are important in my personal assistant, and then consider everything else an extra. So friends, I wanted to take this quick break to remind you that I have my course for anyone looking to get into the professional organizing business. It takes you from beginning to end, entirely setting up your business. It was the course that I wanted when I got into this business that I could not find. And so I hope that you will partake of the course if this is something that you want to do. If you've ever loved the art of organization in your home and you wanted to transition it to a business, this is definitely your starting point, and I'll put the link in the description box. So now let's get back to that planner. The other great thing about this size, friends, is that you can use this as a wallet. Like you can put right here, I have a sleeve here. You can put your driver's license, your debit card, credit card right here. And when you're traveling, this is easy to take on the go and have your wallet and your personal assistant with you. I also have my favorite pen here. This is a pen that I have used for years that I got off of Amazon. I'll link it below. It does come in different colors, so you can get it in a black, gold, rose gold, and I think the black's a matte black. I haven't gotten that one yet, but I need to jump on that because I really like that pen. But I have a couple of these in the gold, very affordably priced. I think they run around $11 to $12-ish, but they last, they write beautifully, and I absolutely love them. So again, In your planner, this is the personal assistant that helps me keep track of all of those things. And I love that when I'm traveling, I can double it up as a wallet. And just really, as you can see, it's just nice to carry, easy to drop in a handbag or a purse, and good to go. So the next is my notebook, my work notebook. And why I love a notebook is it helps me really kind of have like a working tool. Your planner is more for structuring your day and keeping on top of things. This is where you actually kind of do the work per se. And so this is just a Discbound. I have my little disc here, which I think these discs are actually from the Collected Planner. I'll link them below. And then this is from Organized Money. But when you open, and let me move my coffee out of the way so I don't spill it, it has, yep, the Organized Money. She has her imprint right there. But it's just nice and velvet or suede, whatever it is on the inside, really just a beautiful quality. I have my logo here to the front, and I do have white pages in between each section as to not kind of share all my personal information, but I did think it's important to share the different categories and things that I have. So in my notebook, the first section here is where I keep reports, and the tabs, how I made my tabs, they're from the Avery line of tabs. I'll put them down below for you, where you can print them on your printer yourself on these actual coded tabs. And these really are great when you want to have a custom notebook. And again, this is Discbound, just like my planner is Discbound. And so in the notebook, it starts with my reports. This is where I am a paper person when I come to reading my reports. Yes, we can read reports online all day, but I like to print out my reports, sit with a highlighter, and then categorize and highlight different things on the report to identify different things, like things that I need to check out or dig a little deeper. I'll highlight them in one color. Things that are doing well, I'll highlight them in another color, and I'll create a little key at the bottom. And that helps me kind of go over and create my strategies. It helps me be able to dissect the reports. And because I'm a little old school, I need to do that on pen and paper. So I will print out my reports, put them in here, and then it allows me to kind of go through that. So this is where I keep my active reports that I'm reviewing over. The next one is meeting notes. This is where when I'm meeting with my team and I need to write down something, or if I'm meeting with them, I do individual meetings with my team every month. This is where I'll keep their goals and things like that so that I can easily reference it in our next meeting. And so all meeting notes are kept there. Now I do also have a meeting printable that helps you kind of document your meeting notes and agenda in an efficient way. I'll put the link down below if you're interested in getting that. If you can get it right off my website, athomewithnikki.com. The next section is protocols. This is where and I can flip a little bit so you can see, but this is where all of the protocols go for my business. In fact, we're changing a lot of things, so I'm trying to update our protocols. We do it a lot of times in flowchart form. So I am in the process of trying to change out some things from when we did a year ago. But this is where I come when I need that. And then the next section is for review. This is where everything goes that I need to review. So the things that sometimes if say Hazel creates a graphic from something I recommended or requested, I'll print it out so that I can dissect it to see if there's any errors, to kind of look at it. Again, I'm old school like that. When I'm reviewing something, especially something that's detailed such as a product or a report, I like to have kind of my highlighter and kind of going digging in. And so I'll put them in here so that I have a place. And that's, again, like I said, my working notebook is kind of like the tangible tool that helps me get through the things. And a lot of times you can't have it just all in your planner because look, it's not the proper paper size, and it would be just so overwhelming to keep all of that in your planner. And then the next thing I have here is I have my budget, and I keep my budget there, and that way I can just make sure that I'm on track. I have an accountant, I use QuickBooks, but I am a pen to paper budgeter so that I can really just kind of look at my quick budget all of the time for myself. And then in the very back here where the gold tab is, this is where I have my actual employee handbook, so that in case I need to reference that, I have that right in the back. And that's everything that I have in my business notebook. And it really just is so helpful when I'm working throughout the day and having to just kind of handle different things. But having these two together are really efficient. So you have one that is more of the working tool and one that is your assistant that keeps you on top of things. So friends, I hope you have enjoyed seeing my business planner setup. Please let me know in the comments, if you have any tips or what do you do in your setup, or if you have any questions, I would love to know. Also, I do share my planning tips in my book, Beautifully Organized at Work. I would love for you to definitely check that out. And also go over to athomewithnikki.com. So many resources over there to help you in your work world. I hope that all is well your way, my friend. I will see you at the next video. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.